Hello and welcome back to Life Lessons with Sheila. Today is another Thursday rewind. I went back in the videos and I found two specific videos that I really wanted to share today. So hang on tight with me and go back in time and let's see what I had to say. They're pretty impactful, and if you just give them a listen, leave a comment below whether you found them to be encouraging to you in your situations in life, or if these Thursday rewinds are a waste of time. Just let me know. Let's hop into it.
I am here today with a different kind of a video for you. It's one that I've been working on in my head for a while, and I guess probably since January, because I started seeing a lot of posts about clutter challenges, how to declutter your home, declutter this, declutter that, and not one person had said, hey, let me help you declutter your life. Not your home, your life. You, right? Excuse me. So I decided that I would do that. I would try to tackle it and come up with a few areas that I knew that without decluttering these areas, you will not reach your goals. You will have, well, you might. It will just take you 10 times as long. You will struggle along the way, and you might get a bit distracted and hurt as well. So I don't want that for you. You guys know I want you to love the life you live now, right now. That means today. That means as you're watching this video, I want you to love the life that you're living. Are you? Is there an area that you're kind of struggling a little bit in? Hopefully this video will help. Besides the physical clutter that might be in your life, I truly believe there are three other aspects. One is your mental and emotional clutter. There is that. The other is relationship clutter. Relational clutter is what I call it. And the last one is your social clutter. Okay? I do have a few notes that I am going to share, but then I will definitely elaborate on just between you and me. Clutter, I wrote down that clutter is not conducive, and it represents something deeper within you than just a physical mess on the outside. In your mental and emotional clutter, I wrote down three little ... The first one is lingering unforgiveness of self and others. Do you have that going on? Are you having a hard time forgiving yourself? Are you having a hard time forgiving other people? Until you do those things, you are going to be kind of strapped down a little bit. It's kind of like your arm is just stuck. The rest of you might move around, but this arm is stuck. So if I'm going to try to go way across the room to get to my goal, I can't because I'm stuck. The only way to unstick is to say, I forgive you. And then you can go forward. It means yourself too. Do you need to forgive yourself? I just had this conversation with my daughter. There's something that she needs some forgiveness from herself on. And I told her that she will never ever find peace in that area of her life until she does that. And I encourage it. One thing as a mother, my children are my guinea pigs. A lot of the tactics that I share with you guys, we use in our home as well. And so our children are becoming these great people who are going to be pretty amazing adults. Sorry, I'm going to back you up a little bit. They're kind of close. I might need to brush my teeth. Sorry, just kidding. We're raising these great adults, soon to be adults. They're teenagers still, because we're raising them in a way that we wish, not that we wish we were raised. I was raised exactly like I needed to be where I am right now today. But I want more for them. I want them to be more well-rounded and balanced, and to understand what that balance is in their whole area of their life, not just checks and balances with money and stuff like that. The second thing for mental emotional clutter would be clarity or uncertainty, because we all need that clarity and we need certainty in our life. If we don't have it, sometimes it's hard to move forward because you're almost paralyzed in fear because you don't know what's coming. You don't know what's next, and you don't know if you forgot something behind you. I had some of this clutter going on the last few days. You might have noticed it in the video I posted yesterday for OMAD. I was in the middle of making a decision, and it was a decision that was right for me because I felt immediate relief after that. Did it cost me some money? Absolutely. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Having that peace inside and that certainty and knowing that what you're doing is the right thing for you is above and beyond anything else that can bring you peace and joy in your life. I can breathe a little bit. You guys know that I've talked in the last few recent videos about helping a local politician, and this is nothing against him or his viewpoints. It's just, it wasn't working. It wasn't right. And I did a lot of work for him, and I just chose to just use that as a donation of my time and a little bit of my own money for his cause, because I do believe that he can go far in his political journey if he chooses to. And the last thing, anyway, so freeing myself of that has now just kind of, it's almost like being outside on a very hot sunny day, and all of a sudden someone brings you a cool glass of ice cold water, or lemonade even, if you're not a water drinker. And just that first drink is just like, or when you're so cold and you hop up underneath those warm covers and it's just that first initial, okay, I'll live. That's truly how I felt when letting go of some uncertainty and unclarity. I wasn't having clarity in mind where I needed to have it for the last few days, and that for me was the tick. And the third thing for the mental clutter and emotional clutter that you need to dispose of is false beliefs from past experiences. I'm going to share one, but I'm going to elaborate on it later on as time goes on, maybe. And I've always worked from the time that I got out of school. I've had a job. There was 2 years that I did not, and that was when I was home with the twins when they were born. They were little. When they turned 2, I started teaching preschool. But I remember feeling kind of relieved a little bit when I quit work to stay home when I was pregnant with them, because it seemed like every time I got a promotion, I gave more into our home budget and my husband gave just a little bit less, which was great. He was putting it in savings. It was not like he was going to blow it. He was doing something that I wasn't doing, which was kind of amazing in itself. But I became very resentful. I came downright angry, I think, a couple times, because it seemed like I was working so hard, yet everything I made went into the house. And what if I wanted to go shopping one day? Could I? No, because everything was already to be given out. And but I had this false belief in my head that I can't make a whole lot of money, because if I do, I'm gonna have to give it all out. But yet in my mind, I'm raging a war, because there is a desire within me to make enough through writing and all that good stuff to pay for everything. So he can take off and go fishing for a month if he wants to. He can go take off for a month and go hunting if he wants to. I want to see him enjoy those things. And so, but then it wasn't until this past week that I realized I'm holding my own self back because of a false belief that I put in my head that if I made too much, he wouldn't contribute. And that's so silly. so silly. It's almost like you put my hand here and said, okay, you can't grow anymore. You can't grow anymore, because if you do, you're going to best do this. And I don't want you to do that. What I was telling myself was I couldn't grow anymore, because that meant I was going to have to give up more, to sacrifice more. Anyway, it sounds so selfish when I think about it. But I kept myself down. I had that mental and emotional clutter right here. So every day I'd go to work and I'm thinking, okay, it'd be time for a raise. I'd want a raise, but then it was kind of like, I'm scared to tell him I got a raise, because then he's going to give me less money to help contribute to the house, and then I won't have anything left to just go to the Bath and Body Works if I want to for a new fragrance. Silly. Stop. Let go of all that stuff. Maybe you believe that you can't eat chocolate anymore because it made your hips big. It wasn't the chocolate. It might have been that you ate too much of the chocolate, but it wasn't the chocolate itself. Got it? I hope so. I hope this video is coming out as well as I wanted it to. The next step was relational clutter. And it says, you assume everyone should be just like you. For this reason, you will always struggle with relationships. And how hard is that? We expect other people to think the way we think, to have the same perspective as we do, to want the same things we want in our life. But that's not how it is. That's not how it works. We're all geared differently. We're all geared like a puzzle piece. You're not the whole puzzle. You're not the whole puzzle. Or that's no fun. If I was to put down a puzzle in my classroom for the kids to do with just one piece, they would laugh at me. Stop doing the same thing to the people that you know and love, and even strangers alike. Stop. We're all little puzzle piece in one great big puzzle of the world. Let someone be the piece they need to be. Some of us are corners. Some of us are in middle pieces. Some of us are just a plain blue piece on a sea of an ocean. Stop it. You're hurting yourself, but more importantly, you're hurting other people. You're pushing them out of your life because they're not just like you. And that's not okay. You're missing out. You're missing out on some amazing relationships because you want everyone to be just like you. I'm not going to be like you. Don't try to make me that way. If you think I should be, go ahead and unclick unsubscribe. Click that subscribe button and it will unsubscribe you, because I'm not going to be like you. You might find something that I do that encourages you and motivates you, but you're not going to find everything I do is just like you. And it will never be that way. Also in relationships, past hurts and conflicts that remain, they remain like a suitcase that you just keep adding to without removing anything. Let me read that again. Past hurts and conflicts that remain, past hurts and conflicts that remain in our life like a suitcase that you just keep adding to. You keep adding stuff to it and never removing anything. So it's just going to get heavier and heavier and heavier. The note I wrote down, this is the part that got me yesterday. I wrote down, luggage gets heavy. Overweight luggage is costly in the long run, especially if you're going on a trip. Overweight luggage is going to cost you a ton of money in the long run. It can also cause a deadly accident. It can, say planes did not weigh the luggage that comes upon them. And this is what we do in our relationships. We don't weigh the baggage that's coming in, right? We're not sitting there working through that out on any kind of relationship that we're investing in. We're not realizing the baggage that's coming in. Maybe someone has a nice little suitcase and it looks dainty, but it has 100-pound bricks in it. 20 of them. What's that going to do to a plane? And so I noted on here that it could cause a deadly accident, and it very well could. In your own life, it can cause a very serious deadly accident, like suicide. mental health issues, divorce. It could cause you to relationship hopping, where you hop from one person to the next trying to find whatever gap it is that you can't fill. All you're doing is adding one more piece of luggage, one more piece of stuff to your luggage. One more 20-pound brick. It causes lack of trust. And I'm not just talking the love types. I'm talking friendships, careers, neighbors, marriages, children, strangers, the grocery store clerk that you're checking out with. The baggage that you bring affects everybody. The uncertainty, it affects everybody. The unforgiveness, it affects everybody. You gotta let that stuff go. You gotta let it go. You can't hold on to it. Not if you want to love the life that you're living right now. You gotta let go. And the last thing was social clutter. And I wrote down, what's keeping you from reaching your goals and dreams? Is it wasted time searching for something that can't be obtained? Are you trying to find acceptance, entertainment, validation, a voice that you don't have within you? We look for those things socially in other people and for ourselves. We sit there online and Facebook reading through people's posts, comparing their lives to ours, trying to either see if our life lives up to theirs or is better than them, or if we're holier than they are, we're purer than they are, we're kinder, nicer, have a better marriage, our kids are greater. What a waste. If that's what you're doing socially online, you're wasting your time and everyone else's. Are important things not being taken care of properly, like your bills, your household, your children, your marriage? Those things are being neglected, then you are definitely got some social clutter going on in your life because you're choosing to do other things instead. In order to fill social obligations, do you let all those go so that you can go off and hang out with your friends down the street? I get every now and then we have a lazy Saturday. They're great. But if your lazy Saturday turns into a sedentary Sunday and a moody Monday, you've got some social clutter that you need to take care of. So maybe some mental and emotional clutter that's coupled on top of that social clutter and relationship clutter. What if all those are combined? You can't love the life you're living now if you have a clutter in any of those areas, let alone all three. I have a motto in our classroom. We work hard, then we play hard. It's easy to say that, and it's easy to do it at work. Sometimes it's harder to do at home. It's harder to do when you're chasing your dreams because sometimes you want to go play with all the other adults in your life and not stay home and clickety-clack on a computer for something you may not see fruit of for years to come. But come on already, you gotta grow up sometime, right? And then the last note I had on here is balance is mandatory when it comes to work and play. You can't work all the time and you can't play all the time. You have to find a healthy balance. You have to get rid of the clutter in your life so that you can have that healthy balance. Healthy relationships come from a healthy balance. So once these areas are cleaned up, you will notice the physical clutter is easy to tackle. Once the emotional, the relationship, and the social is all kind of cleaned up a little bit, it's easy to look around and say, oh, let me just spend 10 minutes cleaning my house. And guess what? Within 10 minutes, everything's done. And really, it doesn't take very long to clean house if you keep it up and you don't let it pile up. Your life is not about leaving piles around, or you wouldn't be watching this video 20 minutes in. Well, 19 minutes and 20 something seconds. If you've lasted to the end, I thank you. I am, you know, I released some of that mental clutter just a couple hours ago, even that long, and I'm exhausted from holding on to it for the last few days. So my voice and my appearance and my tone does look a little tired. I'm tired. Clutter causes you to be tired and weary. Let's get rid of it together. Do you have an area in your life that you're trying to clean up a little bit? Leave a note at the bottom. Leave a comment below. I'd love to talk to you. Hope you guys have a fantastic week, and you can guarantee on a ton more energy coming from me. For right now, I'm gonna go chill. I'm gonna go kind of take a deep breather, have a cup of tea, and make sure all my clutter is cleaned up, especially my desk. It is a mess, physically a mess. That is a physical clutter, and my dresser over here. Then it's good. It'll take me 10 minutes, so I'm gonna go do that for 10 minutes, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Today's video is going to be very quick. It is a kitty cat update and kind of another hear me out kind of vlog, right? Sorry you guys. I left my house today before 6 o'clock, and I pulled up in the driveway at 3:45, I guess. It's been a long day. I'm tired. But that be aside, that's part of life, and we all get tired, right? Tuesday morning, I go out. Well, Tuesday morning, let me start my day. Tuesday morning, I was done. You guys already saw that video, especially if you're a regular subscriber. You've seen the video where I'm talking about choosing your friends wisely. That situation occurred Tuesday morning. Monday night. It was Monday evening. I slept on it. When I woke up Tuesday morning, I took care of business. Basically what I did, what I like to say I did, is I took out the trash. We all have trash that we need to take out. Some of us need to take it out more often. Some of us need to stop gathering the same kind of trash in our home, the same kind of clutter, and the same stuff we don't need, right? This just happened to have been a relational clutter. I've talked about getting rid of the clutter. I will link that up there. I've also shared with you guys about being very careful who you give your time to. Sadly, I did not listen to my own advice. I've kind of gone off kilter for the last month, I'd say. Everything is coming back around full circle, which is wonderful. It's the most beautiful feeling in the world. Anyway, I took care of some business. I let some things go that needed to be let go. I let some people go that I needed to let go. Then, right after that, I began to just say thank you for allowing Pumpkin to be in our life. For all the time we had with him, all the moments and the funny things he did, and even for the worry that I had when he was missing. My heart was shattered. I really thought he was gone forever. For him especially to be gone that long. For an inside kitty cat to be gone that long, it's kind of scary. Then I go to leave for work, and I decided I'm going to pop my hood and check my reservoir tank for my radiator fluid. I popped that hood, and bam, there was Pumpkin. He was sitting there, and I just scooped him up, and I brought him inside, and he was dirty, but it wasn't like muddy dirty like it should have been. It was like grime and car stuff. I have no idea how long he got up there. He could have got that dirty just getting up into that particular spot. It had turned cool Monday night, cooler than it has been. And so, needless to say, Pumpkin is home, and he's well, and he's fine. He does not have any bites. I was worried about snake bites. Oh, hang on. I'm going to switch those in my oven real fast. Sorry about that. My beeper went off. I am making some goodies for Mother's Day recognition tomorrow at preschool. We do muffins with Mom, but I always add in a couple things that have become a tradition in my classroom. So, anyway, I came home that day and I washed him really. Oh no, I started just praising and being thankful for the time that we did get with him. And I knew deep in my heart that if we did not find him within the next day, we weren't going to. Then I found him. I can tell you, if I did not let go of the baggage in my life, relationship-wise, and if I did not begin having gratitude for the moment, even in the difficult times, we would have found him. I truly believe that was a gift. Finding him was a gift. That wouldn't have been the same outcome had I not followed those steps. So I'm telling you that if you want to change your life around drastically from where it is right now, let go of some baggage and start saying thank you. Even if it's tough. Even if you know that maybe by saying thank you, thank you, thank you, you're surrendering and you're saying, well, I don't really get what I want. Thank you for what I have. I'm telling you, that's something that I truly believe in, and every day I'm trying to do the same thing. To remove something that is not fruitful and not changing lives and not changing my life for the better. That relationship did change my life in a very negative way, especially in the last 6 months. So it was nice to say, seeing you, bye, see ya. And of course, Pumpkin slept at the end of my bed last night. I gave him a bath yesterday. He didn't really like it very much, but I wanted to help get some of the grime off. And I looked at him a while ago, and I think he had a little of his own grooming time. Really good today, so yay. And he seems back in regular spirit, so very relieved cat mom here. So, in lieu of our happy pumpkin story, I do hope that this video inspires you to go in and find out where some baggage is that you need to get rid of. It might not be in a relationship, with a friendship. That's what that was a friendship. I gave too much of me to something that wasn't fruitful. And it felt good to let go.
Thank you so much for hanging in there for those 2 videos. I do hope that you found some encouragement and inspiration through them. And you got to see a little bit of my personality that I have not been showing on camera lately. Maybe that'll return. We'll see. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day.